Testing? Yeah. Yo, what's up, Jupe? How you doing, buddy? Maltese, what's up? Move Grubin. Hawaii. How's Kauai? That's all the people for the day. Yeah, that's it. So what do y'all think? Huh? Huh? Even got the faded paint helmet to match. Very clean fade on the helmet, too. How's everybody doing today? More art pieces in the form of overlays. I'm honestly terrible at those sorts of suggestions, Moob Grubin. So today we're going to be working on pretty much just polishing. The main area that needs it is the tank, to be completely honest, and this piece below the tank. Those are the ones that really need it. Everything else looks pretty good. The tank's just got a little bit of solvent top on it. So that's going to be probably the bulk of our morning, is working on carefully wet sanding this thing for polish. The reason why I did it on the bike is because it's a lot harder to drop parts that are bolted to a motorcycle. So it's a little less convenient to do it this way, but it at least means I won't be dropping anything. That was kind of my goal. It's actually not freezing ass cold out today, so that's kind of nice. So I had to go refill both my propane tanks, and we went through a lot of propane this week, unfortunately. That's okay. There we go. Pretty much what we need to have covered, so we don't mess anything up. And we'll start beautifying. Oh yeah, I agree with that, Jube. I hope I did not burn that clear already. Oh, okay. Good. Good. Whew! I was like, how is it that thin? I put so much clear on this tank. So yeah, as you can see, we're just going to be sanding stuff like that today. It'll be a pretty chill day. Animal Crossing. Hello Nurse would love an Animal Crossing one if she was a streamer. She loves that game. Anybody got any big plans for the weekend? Sunday, I'll be starting the paint booth build. It sounds like I talked to him this morning, so he says he's got Wi-Fi that reaches the other building, so I should be able to live stream all of that. But we're going to be cleaning out the garage and prepping for that. GTFO 1.0 release. Nice. Checkpoints. Oh my god. There are checkpoints finally? Oh my god. So now there's no downside to locking sniping in a room. We just go back to the checkpoint. Yeah, no, I mean, like, okay, I'm gonna say it this way, but you know what I mean. That makes GTFO, like, playable. It's not that it was unplayable, it's just that it was really unfun to lose all that progress on, like, a small mistake. So checkpoints definitely make that experience a lot, potentially better. I'm guessing they were like, okay, we made it too hard. Nobody's buying our game. Maybe we should make it a little bit more doable. Oh, that's dirty. Yeah. Probably. I mean, I can assume that checkpoints in multiplayer settings are not, like, super easy to do. Because, like, there are multiple people on different systems playing, so I'm sure it's not something that's, like, super, super simple. This is, like I said, the worst panel that we're going to have to polish on this thing, so figure we'll get it out of the way. The next worst panels will be the saddlebags, but those come off the bike, so they'll be much easier to polish on from that perspective. I really don't know why there's solvent pop in this clear coat, though. That's driving me kind of nuts. Yo, what's up, Ellie? How you doing? Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm surprised they did the bots at all. I mean, I understand it just makes the game more accessible, so, like, from that perspective, like, now people that want to solo GTFO can have a shot at the experience. Honestly, when it comes to standing on the little circles, the bots will probably be infinitely better than regular people. So we're hitting the tank, like I said, with 2,000, 1,500, 2,000, and 3,000. And we're going to polish it up. And then from there, we're just going to kind of go around the bike and hit the spots that need it. We're not going to water sand and buff this whole bike because it looks pretty good. There's no reason to get crazy on this thing, so we're not going to. We're going to do this little area first, just so I can see how it's going to take to sanding and polishing. I even bought some new 3000 grit, and it was $10 a sheet. Just to make sure she turned out extra super duper nice. Yeah, I would agree with that, sniping. I would agree with that. Now the question is, if your fourth leaves mid-game, does it switch to a bot, or can you just start the game with bots? Or did I miss that part of the thing? So, if y'all haven't been here for a lot of the stream this week, or parts of the stream this week, we are getting a legit paint booth. So, it sounds like... Hang on. Alright, so I'm getting the... Yo, Cold Whiskey! Thank you for 18 months! Thank you so much, dude. I really do appreciate that. Per usual, the way things tend to roll for me is things are moving fast, and we're going to be building a paint booth, or at least clearing the area on Sunday to start building the paint booth next week. So next week, we probably won't do any real paint streams, most likely. It's going to be all paint booth building and new workspace prep. So hope y'all are interested in seeing that, because somehow I've managed to get a really good opportunity, and I just don't want to F it up, so... It's a double, baby! Yeah, he asked me to. We discussed it. We were on the phone this morning. He wants it to be time-lapsed. And to put up to say he's officially offering paint at his work or at his business. One of the reasons he was really interested in working with me is he wanted somebody that was like streaming stuff and putting stuff on social media, because he doesn't do that at all. So yeah, I definitely put his wants above what I want to do. I told him when it comes to the actual work, I wanted to stream it, but I asked him if he wanted the build process streamed, and he said yes. So that's how we came to that. Because honestly, for me, bringing my equipment out there and setting up to like carry heavy shit does not sound like fun. But I totally understand the concept of wanting to catch like a time lapse of it and stuff like that, so. And he's fronting all the money, so, you know, if that's what he wants to do, that's what we're going to do. The good thing is that means that pretty soon I'll be painting and bodyworking in a big white room with really good lighting, which is going to be super duper nice compared to here. Definitely should have the singular cam source. Yeah, we only have one today. My Logitech was acting funky this morning. I just set up the GoPro and record and go about your day. Okay, that's a good idea. Use time lapse and not time warp. Okay. Don't use the stream video as the source. Well, the GoPro was going to be my main video, but I guess I could just not use it for that. I was planning on just setting the stream up and recording the whole thing, and then just dropping it into a file and setting up a time lapse. All right, let's see how this looks. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. That is a lick. I'll let y'all see it. I'd say that's pretty smooth, right? This is all unpolished over here still, but I'd say that's a pretty good reflective quality there. Look at the bag. Okay, yeah, I just, I have this... Thanks, Cold Whiskey. We're not doing that to the whole bike. We're literally doing it to the tank because it's right on top, and then we'll do that to the saddlebags. And a lot of the rest of the bike will be, just denibbed. Yeah, I just, like, when I did time lapses on my phone, there's this thing where it just took a video and you could compress it to, like, or move it at, like, 6 times frame or speed. I think really we're basically going to hit the tank and the saddlebags and some heavy spots. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. I saw it and I was like, well, I know what he meant to type, but I don't know which is actually which. So. Unnecessary for stationary things. All right, we're going to try the mini polisher on this today. Because really, the big one's going to be getting us into trouble in a lot of spots. So hopefully the mini can put in some good work. We're gonna find out. I shut the mic off. Yeah. That's a valid idea. I could try to push him on that. My concept for the booth, actually, sniping was like getting some of those security cameras and putting them up in like the corners and stuff like that, and just using those, like those wireless like security cameras, and just having those set up because they're not super expensive, and they already have like their service through a main box. Like, my biggest issue with the GoPro is like, it's great, but it really is an action camera. It is not designed to run for hours and hours on end. The only reason I say that is because this one in here gets so hot. Like, I can't imagine running this thing long term like this for a year and it surviving. Like, I think it's just gonna burn up. Like, I mean, this thing gets like very hot to the touch. No, I'm keeping my stream room stuff set up. There's no battery in it. Look, my GoPro doesn't have a battery in it at all. It's just plugged in straight USB. And it is fucking scorching hot after like an hour. I have never had a battery in it when I'm just running it. That's what I'm saying, is I don't think the GoPro is designed to do what it's doing for long periods of time. I think it was meant to do action shots and then be turned off, is what I'm saying. I don't think it's a device that wants to be on for hours and hours on end. Yeah, like right now the camera's already hot. And it's only been on for like, what, 30 minutes? I'm not talking about time-lapse mode. I'm talking about streaming from that building. The reason why I would rather get cameras installed that aren't GoPros. Because I'm still wanting to stream everything. Well, that's what I said I wanted to install security cameras for instead. That's what I was talking about. I was wanting to put security cameras up there and use those as like the cameras long-term in the booth instead of a GoPro. I'm sure it does time-lapse and all that other stuff well. It just is not a great streaming camera. It's a great camera. Paint booth. Oh, yeah. I could see using it as a time-lapse for customers' cars for sure. Yeah, I completely agree with that. But I'm trying to come up with a more long-term professional solution to the streaming side of it. I think moving a camera around is not really it. Like, I would much rather have, like, cameras, like 2 cameras in the paint booth or something like that, and be able to essentially have like a touch portal where I can switch to which one's the primary. And then, yeah, set up a time lapse for the customer. That would be a different thing. But for the streaming perspective, I would love to have cameras just mounted up higher in the booth so we could see, so y'all could see everything that was happening all the time. Yeah, Ellie, so Sunday I'm starting to build we're cleaning out the bay to build the paint booth. He's got a 3-car garage, 3 or 4-car garage. It's huge. And he's converting that to my shop area. It being hot isn't a bad thing. That I just assume any electronic that gets super hot, like temperature, isn't temperature like the killer of electronic devices? Like, my Logitech does not really get that hot. Yeah, I'm just saying, this thing gets, like, hot to the touch. I wish I had a thermometer. I'll have to get one and put it on there. I mean, it gets, like, a lot warmer than any other device. It even gets warmer than my DSLR. Yeah. It's just concerning to me. I feel like having a whole bunch of GoPros, I feel like they just maybe aren't the most sustainable as streaming devices long term. Like having a whole bunch of them. Not a bunch, but like 2 or 3. Whereas having one for time lapse seems great, and something as an alternative would be better. Electronics prefer being hot. I completely agree with like using it for time lapse mode and stuff like that. Like that makes perfect sense. I'm just trying to think of the optimal solution for like the paint booth situation. I mean, hell, it might be just Logitechs. Like just put a bunch of Logitechs up in there and have long ass USB cables, but that's probably not it. Yo, what's up, Mediocre? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I've actually had that. I had that happen once before, the shutdown thing. I didn't know it was because of a heat sensor, but I've had it just shut down on me. It was one of my I believe it was when I was in Toledo. I had to switch cameras because I couldn't get it to turn back on and stay on. Luckily, I had brought a backup camera. Like I said, I'm happy with the device. I'm not shitting on GoPro. I'm just voicing my concerns about spending $400 on another one or on multiple more. I think having one is great. I just kind of feel like there's got to be a better alternative right now to something in like a booth setting. Maybe I'm wrong. I run this one open now. The one I have has no casing on it. I just covered it in a baggie. I can't imagine how hot it would get if it was in a closed case. Yeah, this isn't something I'm going to be doing like immediately. It's something I'm thinking about for the future of streaming this sort of work. Like right now, I feel like I have a functional setup, and I'm not going to be investing immediately into expanding on that. But eventually, I may want to. But yeah, for now, we've got months of where we'll probably be fine. I mean, like I said, that place will have infinitely better lighting. Like, I could just hook up a couple Logitechs in there. Logitechs will run indefinitely. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, you could just leave that thing on 100% of the time, and it's fine. It's just unaffected by it. I don't think it needs enough power or whatever to really be bothered. Yeah, they don't. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Jube. And when they do, they're like $80 if they do. I haven't lost one yet, but I may have. So right now could have been the. I could have one that died on me, but I did buy it used 2 years ago. So I feel like I got my money's worth out of it. My issue with the C920 is it just doesn't, like, the GoPro's image is absurdly good. Like, the GoPro's image is just like, chef's kiss. It's so good. You have a home invasion, you can unplug it and whip it around to your head. But yeah, I love, like I could set a Logitech right here and the GoPro right here, and it doesn't even look like we're looking at the same thing. Like, it is infinitely better. Which is what, like, that's the crux of it, right? Is like, how much money do I want to spend on image quality? Because I'll say I've got these Eufy security cameras. Man, they have a great picture. But I don't know how long they would run either. Because they're also not designed to run all the time. They're designed to, like, turn on when they're triggered and then shut off. So they probably would be like the GoPro and just not be down for that. Like I said, I'm just thinking, obviously I'm getting ahead of myself. I should probably get the paint booth built and start working out of it before I concern myself with a camera system in there. That'd probably be a good first step. Things are just moving really fast, and I'm obviously not completely prepared for them. Side-by-side comparison of a stream in 1080 versus even a 1080 recording is huge. Yeah, oh, I've seen, like, your GoPro videos blow my mind, Sniping. Well, that was the thing, is, like, when I talk about these cameras, like, what I want to do is, because I'm custom cutting out the holes for the lights in the walls, and we're essentially going to have a plexiglass panel over those holes. So what I was going to do is have mounts for the cameras behind plexiglass, so I don't have to bag the camera anymore. And then all I would do is on occasion scrape any overspray that got on the glass off of it. But then the camera equipment doesn't have to be in the room exposed to the dust and the debris. Like, I'm trying to think long term here, because I have a habit of kind of always going into that mindset. You know, I don't even know if this is going to be a successful long-term endeavor, but I'm already there, you know? Can somebody ban Klotzy? Glozdy? Did it get it? But yeah, my whole thing, Sniping, is like, we're buying a bunch of plexiglass. So essentially what it's going to be is, I'll show you kind of how the layers are going to be. So, like, we have the wall. And what I'm going to do on the wall is I'm going to cut out a hole for, like, a strip light of LED. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of plexiglass and we're going to drill screws through the aluminum wall and sandwich the plexiglass there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually mount the lighting system to the plexiglass panel. And that is how we will protect the lighting. This is how we do it in professional paint booths. They use plexiglass or real glass. And once it gets bad, you either A, replace it, or B, you just lacquer thinner it, razor blade it, and you're good to go. So my thought is if I create cutouts for cameras in the walls of the booth and just put plexiglass over it and put it up high, because the air is going to be sucked down, there should be minimal overspray up there, and there's always going to be like a view, right? Yeah. This is not in my barn. No, I need to concrete my barn. But working with this guy, if I can work with him for a year, maybe a year and a half, I should be able to save enough money to completely do my barn. But if I'm working there, I feel like I'm going to get better viewership because it's going to look more... I'm just going to make more money. Like, at the very baseline, I cannot do big jobs in this garage long term. So I need a space like that. And this guy says it's your space to work out of. I just want my work prioritized. So, like, I still work for me. If I want to take a day off, I take a day off. So my thought is essentially once I get this going, I'm probably going to... Yeah, he'll make more. I mean, because right now he has no one that does paint or bed liners or any of that stuff. So he's opening another facet to his business that he turns away work from on a daily basis. And it gives me a consistent line of work to do in a much cleaner, safer environment. This is the Jeep guy, yeah. Because realistically, like, good ventilation and stuff like that is really important. Like, I'm looking at a $1,500 fresh air suit for myself so that, like, I stay healthy. Because I can tell you, after some of the days in here when we do really big paint jobs, even with my respirator on the whole time, I still feel it. So, you know, I obviously want to be safe too. There's just, like, the streaming thing is a secondary thing, but to me, like, y'all know me, like, I really want it to be top-notch quality. So, like, I'm already thinking, well, how can I really integrate the stream into this space? And that's what I've come up with. It's like the booth. Like, I'm designing the booth for us, but I'm just going off of what every, production paint booth is made from. Because what we do is we have to clean the glass and stuff, and whenever we have to change lights. So I've taken those booths apart 100 times. We're just going to do a simplified version of it. But yeah, if he's like, well, if he goes, well, yeah, I'll buy a couple cameras this weekend, then we'll buy cameras too. But I'm just not pushing that subject as much. That's awesome, Ellie. Point him to that off-road channel to start off small, recording themselves, telling people on their phones now. Yes. And that's the thing is he's doing like, he goes to these, he's called out like major companies on like these crazy 4x4ing things. He's got a whole thing going for him. He's just really bad at social media. And let's be honest, I'm not particularly good at it. But streaming side, I at least have that down. So, but yeah, my thing is it's consistent work in a cleaner, safer environment. And I still get to work for me. I still get to set my prices. And that is really nice, It's not what I like. Obviously, painting Jeeps isn't necessarily where I thought I was going to end up, but like, I'm not mad about it, He's also got like some old Suburban that's like a 3-door and it has barn doors on the back. Apparently, there were only like 1,500 of them ever made, and like he's turning that into a custom off-road vehicle. He's got an old like International that he's doing, and he wants me to keep it like patinaed and just fix it enough to where like it looks dope, but it doesn't look, it's not like all painted up and pretty. He's got the Corvette engine swap Jeep. He needs a new paint job on that. So it's like he does cool stuff that I'll be like proud to show. It's not just going to be collision repair and boring stuff, Yeah, that's cool. So that's the thing is from his builds, he has several sponsors already. But he's like, we've kind of capped out on our sponsorship because like they require a certain amount of social media presence is what he was telling me. And he's like, and I have 0. And like he a while back had like applied to make a show and all kind of like he's really into the idea of being like on the internet or on TV as like an authority in what he does compared to just being really good at it. Cause like he's got all the work he can handle. He's like, I want people to like know my name though. And I get that. That's really cool, Sniping. That's really cool. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of where everything is. My goal is obviously like I just don't want to have to go back and do a 9 to 5, man. Like at my baseline, I don't want to have to do that. Like obviously I wish like right now I was playing Icarus. I'm going to be honest. Like I really wish I was playing Icarus right now. But this is far better than working at Honey Creek. So I'll take this happily with a smile on my face over the alternative. So it's like I still got it pretty good. Yo, what's up, Azir? I'm gonna check that out right now, sniping. Holy shit, that's expensive too. God damn. Long time no see. I'm just out here polishing on a motorcycle. Making it pretty. For the full combo, you get branding. Yeah. So that's kind of where I am, you know. I just figured I'd let you guys know. It's kind of one of those things, like, I feel very fortunate. I feel like a lot of times I end up in these shitty, weird situations, and I luck out of them somehow. Like, I had no idea how busy I was going to be here. I was hoping I made enough to get me through the winter. And now here we are, partnering up with a Jeep shop. Yeah, so what I was thinking about doing, sniping, would be like 4 corners of the booth. So, like, say the booth's a rectangle, they'd be at the very top of the booth, and they'd be going in at like an X, looking down, like at the very top, looking down and crossing, so that no matter where I was, I would have an angle that could be shot there. Or if, like, when I go into painting, I could hit a thing, and it go into all 4 cameras, you know, on the screen equally. So you can see me walking around the car spraying in various areas. That was my thought. Is get them set up, keep them stationary. Yeah. No, I agree. It's bad. It is bad. I'm hoping with the LEDs being in the walls, they won't be so obnoxious. But yeah, I totally understand like that. Because sometimes they create a lot of like bloom on the camera. And it looks like doo-doo. Because I've been going back through and watching some of these videos from working out here. And like whenever the big light is even close to on screen, it creates a lot of bloom. Which sucks, but nice, Magron. Yeah, my big one definitely creates a lot of bloom. It's the most obnoxious one for sure. And those are all things like I've been thinking about, is like how to make that better for people sniping in the long run. Because like I mean, I'm the same way. Like, I'm critical of stuff like that because, like, I am the person that won't watch something that looks really bad. Like, I hate it when something's in low def. It just drives me nuts. So whenever I have something where I feel like the video quality is poor, like, I'm like, well, like, I wouldn't watch that, so why should I expect people to watch that? Post it in chat. All right, I'll take a look at it. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Looks good. That's why I'm so, like, obsessive over trying to make stuff right, which I feel like I got my stream room. You know, it took a year of reconfiguring a little bit at a time, but I finally got the stream room to where I was really happy with it. And I do feel like my stream room looks uniquely good compared to the average Twitch room. I assume I'm going to basically go through those same growing pains, but doing it outside. You should seriously sell those on Fiverr. Like, Ellie sending me this microphone was a huge game changer. I did not think it was going to be that impactful to the audio. Like, I was like, yeah, I'll get one eventually. You know, it'll be fine. But holy shit, it sounds so much better. Like, damn. It sounds a lot better. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So, Ellie, you're the MVP. You're the real MVP. Or Carowin, let Ellie know she's the real MVP. Ellie, I hope you find your voice. Yours looks amazing, Ellie. Yours, but I feel like you're kind of that same way about you want shit to be nice. All right, where is the... By the way, did y'all like that TikTok I made last night? I was pretty proud of that. I had to wait till it was dark to come out here and shoot it, but I was pretty proud of that TikTok. I thought it turned out decent. It took me a lot of takes, but I got it there. It is so easy to go into, like, just spending a fortune on your stream room stuff. So I think one thing I'm going to do is I kind of nicked this up here. So for him, I'm going to put up some plastic that protects this area. I've got some of this clear 3M tape, which sniping, this is something you should look into for your car. If you have anywhere that's kind of catching rock chips, you can buy this 3M film by the foot, usually from your local paint store, and you can just custom cut it for the areas you need, and it's really good rock protector and like scratches for like high traffic areas. Ellie wants to spend on a pinball machine what I want to spend on a paint booth. exactly what I'm doing is what you do. I sent you the stuff to do it. The only thing I couldn't send you was the polisher sniping, but exactly this sanding process is exactly what you have to do. I wish I could just come over and do it. Or you could just come over here. Just take a road trip. You can come visit. We can do a little spoonsies on our sleepover. It'll be great. You can spend a night in the basement with Jube. He can show you his dryer lint collection. It'll be awesome. Y'all aren't staying up and painting each other's nails on stream. I'll be pissed. Made a Bulbasaur out of lint. I was talking to What the Crit, and he needs some paint correction done on some of his stuff. And it's like, I would love to be able to do it for him, but to ship any motorcycle parts or anything like that to me, just like, it just isn't worth it. Even like for him, like, I would do it at no cost because, you know, he spent big dollars on the channel. But it's just one of those things, like, even shipping that stuff is so expensive that it's not worth it by the time something gets damaged on the way there or the way back, and it's just unfortunate. I have the box inside, Brianna. I have the box. I don't remember exactly. Ellie would definitely probably know because Ellie bought one for herself for her mobile stuff. Like, I'm really impressed with it. Like, I will now. I have zero urge to upgrade microphone, which is great. She also definitely like had me like teary-eyed and weepy off stream because I got a Amazon package and Hello Nurse gave me the look. She was like, "What'd you buy?" I was like, "I didn't buy anything, I swear." And I was so confused. And I opened it up and of course it says it was from Ellie. And I was just like, oh my God. But it was definitely one of those things. Hello Nurse was like, "What'd you buy now?" I was like, I didn't buy Shubit. Actually, it might be on the thing. It's an MPH05 is what it says on here. It doesn't even have a branding label on it. It's MPH05. I'm sure if you search that on Amazon, that's the number for the microphone and the receiver. My Amazon purchases got a little out of hand for a while. They got a little out of hand for a while. I just got so close on the stream room toward the end, I was just like, Fubik it. Like, I'm just going to finish this room. I'm done piecemealing it, so I bought a bunch of shit. But then the stream room was done, and it looked great. So, no regrets. He conveniently forgets he's the one who asked me to buy half the things that show up. Ooh. Ooh. Calling him out there, Brianna. I just want to like hang out and talk to everybody today. Sorry, he's getting old. I can let it slide. Like, I just want to sit and chat today. Oh, do y'all want to see? So for our tournament this weekend, we're all dressing up as Randy's Angels. We used the image clip he made for our shirts. Do y'all want to see the Randy vibe that I'm bringing to the tournament this weekend? I'm going to put it up in the Discord. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, of course, I'll have my awesome Randy's Angels shirt on, but Chad still has mine, so I can't wear it until then. Yeah, that's weird, sniping. That's super strange. I never really buy anything in secret. I just buy shit. You know what I mean? Like, if Hello Nurse, she just, like, rolls her eyes at it. Like, she knows when I'm spending money because, like, I'm spending money. I've never definitely done, like, purchased something and been like, well, she's gonna be pissed, but boobic it. I guess I've never felt the urge to purchase things secretively. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of rampant around here. Like, guys, like this area is definitely behind the times. Like, there are a lot of dudes that want to keep their wives from working. I feel like just to keep them under their thumb. Like, they're just, like, horrible dudes. And, like, it just feels like they just want to maintain control so they don't want their wives to work, like, kind of vibes. And I don't like that. Oh, yeah, that's exactly it. Like, Hello Nurse will give me crap about it, but I definitely don't feel like I was either hiding it or miscommunicating it. Like, she knows what's up. Did y'all see the Randy selfie in the Discord? she was like, don't take that job and whatnot. I mean, Hello Nurse definitely talked me out of taking a job, right? It's a fucking vibe, right, Jube? That's my get up for the tournament tomorrow, except for I'm gonna have a shirt on there that's it's the Randy's Angels logo that Clippy made. You like that fanny pack and everything? Yeah. Look, man. The easiest way I can describe it is I am a person that has not experienced a lot of failure in life. And I feel like having to go back to work from the channel was one of the first real tastes of failure I had. And it definitely made me question. It definitely, you know, made me take a hit on confidence. Like, just to be honest. Like, I've just not. That's the only way I can describe it. Like, I've just not had a lot of failure, and I felt like I failed. And it's kind of one of those things that's like, when I felt like that, it's like I didn't really feel confident about taking another risk. The nut warmer. Oh, I'm sure I have. I know I have. I mean, I lived most of my 20s bumming, you know, an extra $20 a week off of my friends or my boss to get to the next paycheck so that I could buy cigarettes or eat, which it was usually cigarettes. Like, there's probably plenty of failure in there, but I've never put the amount of effort I put into streaming into anything. I would say that's probably, you know, the source point of why it stung so much. Well, at the time, I didn't think I could make a content pivot, Ellie. So, like, now, like, in current time, yeah, I feel like I did just make a content pivot, right? And I feel like I'll build this, and this will be something great, or it has potential to be something great. But in that moment, I did not think I could make a pivot like that. So it felt like I was kind of only had an option. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of it, sniping. Like I had this point of, like, where I felt like I had essentially, like, hit the threshold to, like, just do what I was doing, right? And don't get me wrong, some of the issues with why I had to change up my content probably involved complacency on my end. Like, I think taking that time off really hurt the channel. But I would also say that after it hurt the channel, I was a little complacent and slow to react to how much it hurt the channel. And I feel like, I'm actually really enjoying this, so I wouldn't say I want to change it. I want to game a little more than I am on stream, but I wouldn't want to change it. I really do like this. And I like that I'm making my own money, and anything I make from the channel is just bonus. I'm going to mute for just a second and sand this, and then I'll talk some more. Okay. Failure is specific to one thing, viewer sub count. Like anything, project, you have multiple. Girlfriend just sent me a pic of a letter she got from Lowe's about extending her warranty on appliances she never bought. You still haven't gotten that? So yeah, the thing is like currently, I don't feel like I failed, right? In the moment, when things were happening, I 100% felt like I failed. We were kind of at a fever pitch with like the stuff going on with the little lady's bio, parents. And like there were a lot of factors that were affecting me more than just the stream. We were still like, things were kind of a little bit crazy. We were only a couple weeks past the batshit night we had, but yeah, I would say I panicked, and that's why I bounced off you guys and talked to Hello Nurse, and things were righted, and where I'm at now, I do feel like I just made a content pivot. But at the time, this wasn't even in the realm of possibility. You also got to remember, we spent like $800 or $900 just getting this room set up to where I could work out of it for the winter. It wasn't like I just had this stuff sitting around. It's not cloud-based. Downloading food. I like that. Cloud-based sandwiches. I mean, your living butler sounds awfully snooty, sniping. Jube's happy with dryer lint, man. I feel like you're giving him way too much. Fridges for my pet turtle. Jube. Oh my god. At least he has good internet, Yo, what's up, James and Michelle? How are you all liking 820? I saw you were doing scum last night for somebody's birthday, but I saw you've been doing 820 the couple days before. Is it different to y'all or not? I need to know. Stipend. Meh. Gum is still our love. The building is a lot better, though. Zombies will squeeze under one block, yeah. I still want to play some Scum with y'all. I have the game. I really want to play it. I got it. It was actually gifted to me by JD Crowbar. So I'd love to play it with y'all sometime. From what I understand, though, is it's got a pretty steep learning curve to get started on it. So I feel like I'd have a better shot at enjoying it if I played it with people that could, you know, quick guide me through getting an understanding to it. But I haven't been to a city yet. It's a bit nasty. I don't even, honestly, my next game is going to be Icarus. I had somebody gift it to me on Monday night. So I'll be doing Icarus, and I'm barely gaming right now because I'm so busy with all this stuff. So it'll be a little bit before I do any gaming, but I will definitely reach out to y'all when I decide to give Scum a shot, because I know y'all are like hardcore. You're in good with the steel. Oh, that's awesome. I did not see that sniping. Icarus is fun, but it's a slow burn. How does does it feel complete? Is it choppy? You know, or did you notice any issues with it? I'm going to go on mute for a second while I run this mini polisher, but I'll check the chat here once I'm done. Looking good. The big issue I have with it, the base building is only temporary. You have an outpost you make a permanent base on, but you can't bring anything back, nor can you take anything. Crafted it. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. They did the one block thing because that was essentially one of the exploits that messed up the zombies. But now, like, one of the newer things they do is they're using cellar doors, because they added cellar doors to it. And you can kind of make these impassable or inaccessible areas via cellar doors. So they just kind of pivoted the style. Man, that looks good. How nice and shiny that is. See how smooth that is? For blue, black's mirror, what we want to see. Yeah, I heard about Feral Sense. I didn't use it because I hadn't played 7 days in like a year. So I wasn't about to try to just be like, oh yeah, let's just do all the things that are going to make the game harder. I didn't even know what it did at the time. I just assumed it was bad because it said feral. Thing is looking good. Real happy with this. Made an edit a while back that did the same thing. I did it for the. I mean, that's pretty common with the fun pimps anymore, isn't it? A lot of their changes to the game is just stuff that the modding community has kind of been doing, and it's like the most successful or well-received stuff. Yeah. I know I saw for a while, like, people were kind of saying they took the pipe pistol or whatever directly from Kane or something. Was it the pipe pistol that came from Kane? Where they were like, and this is basically, you're gonna try one? Let me know how it goes, sniping. Pipe guns, yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing there was kind of an uproar about the pipe gun thing. So it's one of those things. I just hadn't played it in so long, and my thing in 7 days was crazy builds. So when I heard there were new shapes, I was super intrigued. $1,300 new shapes, yeah. Like, I do think that is a relevant thing to have updated. So kudos to them for doing that. I'm definitely not going to shit on them for doing something as quality as updating the shapes, because that is something that did need to be done. And honestly, I prefer the block building style of like Minecraft and 7 Days over the whole panel style building of like Ark and Conan and stuff like that. Like, I prefer that style, so I'm glad to see it expanded on. By the way, what do you think of the motorcycle? This thing was originally like a pewter brown color when I started on it, and now you can see it's this awesome blue-black two-tone. Looks like a totally different bike. It's a 200 horsepower turbo sport touring bike. Thing is an absolute animal. The guy that owns it's cool as shit. I also did a helmet to match his bike for him. So he was really into fades, so I did his helmet where it fades blue to black. You can see it's got a real nice color fade. He really wanted the whole motorcycle to have a fade on it, but there was no good areas where the fades looked right. So I talked him into kind of just letting me do my thing, and I came up with this paint design. And I think this paint gives it that like sport bike vibe, but it also, has some class to it, which, with it being a sport touring, I don't want it to look like a teenager's bike. So I feel like it's still got some sophistication to it. So I did that by just kind of keeping with some old school style two-tone work, not getting too fancy with it. But yeah. I wish it was my bike. Just tell you that. Can you share money details, materials, costs, what he's charged? I charged him $2,000. I don't know the exact material costs, but I did pretty good on it. I charged $2,000. Yeah, I charged $2,000. It started at 18, and then we added the helmet for another 200. So and I'm still beating any of the local businesses by probably at least $1,000. Oh yeah, I have all the receipts for the material cost. The problem is I buy it in bulk. So, because it's much cheaper to purchase it in bulk. So, like my clear coat, I have to go, okay, well, my clear coat, I used about 2 liters of it, and it's $200 for 5 liters. So, break that down into, 200 divided by 5, and then take that times 2. So, that's how much the clear coat cost me. how many pieces of sandpaper did I use versus the whole package. It's things like that. So it's hard to individually cost out everything immediately, but I do have it all, the overall cost of everything, and I've been tracking how much I've been using to make sure that I'm not like losing my ass. Which I'm not, I'm definitely not like losing my ass on the job. I made sure I was comfortable with what I was going to be making. Like, I have a ballpark of where my materials would be, and I feel like I'm pretty close. And like the Jeep hood and grill, those I charged $500 to do, and they cost me about $150 in materials. So I'll make $350 off of that, and that's one day to do the Jeep hood and grill. I would say it's about 8 hours of work, maybe, or like probably 5.5 or 6. If you factor in me not sitting during dry time or me working on something else during dry time, I maybe work 5.5 or 6 hours on it. I make $350 profit. Yeah. Oh, I have my material costs. Like I said, I have it roughly figured out. The big thing is I was like, well, how much compound am I going to use on this? Am I going to scratch anything? Am I going to have to repaint anything? It's just little shit like that I want to get it completely done. Yeah. So like to do an all over on this Jeep that I'm doing for the guy. Now it's only going one color, which is relevant versus two colors. It's only going one color, and body filler is not that expensive, and primer is not that expensive. So like I'm charging him $3,000 for a Jeep, but it's going a single color, and the materials aren't that much more than what this bike's materials were. And honestly, a lot of the labor is less tedious than this. So kind of one of those things, like my material costs on that Jeep will probably be like, I don't know, $800. And it'll probably take me, I don't know, probably 35, 40 hours on the Jeep. So take 2,200 and divide it by 40. Making $55 an hour doing that Jeep, because it's about 40 hours to do the Jeep. Oh yeah, and the Jeep I don't have to tear down or put it together. Only thing I have to do is bodywork it and paint it. The other employees he has there are doing the builds on and the teardowns on all of his vehicles. So I literally just do paint and body. No assembly or disassembly. I tell them what I want off of it, and they take it apart. That's the other reason why the labor's cheaper. So I figure it'll be about 40 hours. So I'm basically making $55 an hour to do. And when I'm waiting on something to dry on that Jeep, he's got enough hoods lined up to where I should be able to do Jeep hoods and grills and bed liners in between that. So I'll actually be making pretty good money. So that's where I'm at. I broke it down. I kind of set my margins to where, if I'm making 30, I'm okay with that. But me making 30 is, way, way less than what a shop charges. The shop's baseline for custom work are at $75 an hour. Like you did Evil Beard's card without, yeah, and that white Camaro. I did that white Camaro with only taking the hood off. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can do without having to remove parts. Motorcycles are obviously not that case. Upside of motorcycles is, they're really fun to do. Like, motorcycles look cool. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, when I do a custom paint job on a motorcycle, like I want to share it everywhere. It's not like I'm just fixing some stuff up. It's unique. So like when it comes to the, you know, exposure perspective of things, the motorcycle is one of those things that can get me more hits when I put up a Facebook ad that has a custom painted motorcycle on it than when I put up a Facebook ad with a, you know, repaired Camaro. So it's kind of like you need both of them. I'm going to mute the mic for a second. For me, I did the estimating side of the industry a lot, so I tend to know what places are going to charge, and I just try to beat their price by like 30 to 50%. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hope he does it for his own sake, but yeah, that could happen. Motorcycles, though, like these guys ride in groups, and you know, this guy is the guy that goes out and does it, you know, just to do it. But there's a lot of people that are kind of one-uppers. So, like, he's going to get a custom paint job. So one of his buddies is going to have to get a custom paint job to, like, keep up, you know, keeping up with the Joneses type thing. So these tend to snowball into a few jobs if you do it really good. So this is like, this industry, this stuff could not be more opposite than me with computers. Like, this is my thing. Like, I would say that I am very knowledgeable in this stuff. So it's kind of one of those things. I feel like this is completely in my wheelhouse. There's really not surprises here when it comes to once I have the work. The big surprise to me was getting as much work as I did. Periodically voice chit chat. That's a good idea. Once I get my Bluetooth buds sniping, I would definitely do that, because then chat could hear you as well. You could definitely do that. Probably start doing that quite a bit, actually. After I get paid for this job, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a nice set of earbuds. So The big thing is with the first couple of jobs is I didn't make nearly as much off of them as like their pricing reflects, because I had to pick up so much stuff for out here. Like, I had to purchase all of my bulk materials, so it's like these jobs aren't necessarily profitable, but I have enough materials to do 10 more jobs. So this one, it doesn't feel nearly as good as the next couple are going to feel. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, this side of it, this is not like an unknown investment for me. Like, it is significantly cheaper to buy a gallon clear kit than it is to buy a quart at a time. And stuff like that, just staying on top of that sort of stuff. Like what I did is on Evil Beard's Corvette, I gave him a deal. But what I ended up doing is I traded him the work on his car for the leftover materials from his car. And that ended up, it was about the same as I was going to charge him, but it saved me a trip to the store. And it let me go ahead and bulk up on some of the things that it turns out I liked. So Do the full write-off. That's good to know. I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly, Sniping. That's exactly it. Like, the upfront investment, especially because, like, there are a lot of things in this industry that you can overspend on. A lot of things. There are also a lot of things that you can underspend on. And, like, people always have it backwards. They always want to buy, like, the most expensive base coat they can get, and then they'll buy a cheaper clear coat. And I've never understood that, because the base coat is protected by the clear coat. And the base coat brand doesn't really matter that much. You know, coverage is coverage. As long as it's a brand that has decent coverage, that's all you really care about. So, like, you know, people will go out and, like, be like, oh yeah, I want this House of Color base, and I'm just like, don't waste your money. Buy like the Value Line brand. It's fine. But then, like, the clear coat, it's like, okay, well, don't buy the cheapest clear coat unless you're doing the cheapest possible job for somebody, because there's a huge difference in clear coats. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, I've got so much stuff to write off this year, dude. I have, between the stream room investments, the out here investments, I have so much stuff to write off. Also, the upside of this is a lot of people just pay me cash. And I buy all my materials with cash. I don't really do anything with it. And I can pay, you know, I can occasionally put some money. I can actually occasionally collect money traditionally from people, but most of the time it's just cash exchanges for me. So I hope someday I do big enough work to where I can actually run this as a legitimate business front versus just doing it out of my garage. That'd be great. But I think we've got a year or two of grinding our asses off before it's going to materialize into legitimate income. Legitimate, like, long-term income. Ellen Nurse and I were discussing it last night. We're talking about the idea, if this thing does kick off, you know, she could cut down to part-time, help me out with the little lady. And it weirds me out when I feel like I hear people outside of our house. We're on a dead-end road. Anytime I hear anything, it just weirds me out. Treat it legitimate. That's fair. All right. Well, I have to go get the little lady here in a few. I got to get the dogs inside. This thing, we still got to polish up these areas. I got a bunch of spots over here I sanded. They have to be polished up. Tank's pretty much done. The spots on the front I hit are pretty much done. So the bags are going to need to be done, but I can't touch those until this weekend. They're still too soft. So, but yeah, it's turning out really good. I'm glad it's almost done. I'm so glad this thing's almost done. Have a great rest of y'all's weekend. Plan on seeing me Sunday. If we set something up out there, if everything works, I'm taking my streaming equipment out there on Sunday. So just know that if it all works out, y'all get to see some actual building of or prep for the build of the new paint booth. And I'm real excited about that. So I hope it turns out well. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Also, tomorrow's a tournament, so you get to see Randy, Big Mac, and Sunshine all dressed up in our mullets with our mullet shirts on, ready to go. You'll get to see the Randy's Angels ready to rock and roll. And yes, Chad named himself Big Mac. No one else named him that, so that's a good one. It's good seeing James and Michelle. Have a good day, everybody. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye.